Alright, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how I train for aesthetics. So it's no secret that lifting weights can help you build a more desirable physique, but it can be confusing on how to achieve this. When it comes to training for aesthetics, there are a few different schools of thoughts. Some people say that you need to only train for hypertrophy and do higher volume, while others say that you gotta lift heavy. The approach that I take is kind of a combination of both, called power building, which is a powerlifting and bodybuilding hybrid style of training. So I just got back from the gym and I did a push workout. I'm gonna make some lunch and then sit down and do a voiceover of the methods that I use to train for aesthetics. So stay tuned. All right, so I'm starting off here on the bench press, which is considered a compound lift. I typically start my workout with the squat, bench, or deadlift, just depending on the day. These are all considered powerlifting movements, and as a beginner in the gym, I really do think these are important to build a solid foundation. But if you're training purely for aesthetics, then these may not be necessary. If you don't care at all about hitting PRs and getting stronger, then you really don't have to do compound lifts. But I do think it makes the gym more enjoyable when you have a linear, quantitative progression. So the first principle that I follow is progressive overload, which is where you slowly increase the weight or reps weekly. For example, since I am doing 3 sets of 12 bench press with 155 pounds, then the next time I do a 3x12, I will try to do 160 or 165 pounds. That's just a basic example of progressive overload, but when you're training for strength, you need to make sure you're lifting heavy and adding weight consistently. Because I am primarily focused on training for aesthetics, I only do the big 3 compounds once a week. A lot of people who do a power building program will do it twice a week. It just kind of depends on what you want to prioritize and what your goals are. So after I start off my workout with a compound lift, then I move into accessory work. Right now I am doing a specific program, but usually I like to train more instinctively. I also don't have a set number of reps that I'm going to do each exercise. I like to pick a weight that I can usually do 8 to 12 reps with and then just go to failure to achieve muscle hypertrophy. When you do this and train to failure, that is when you'll grow, because you're breaking down your muscle fibers and developing your muscles. Another thing I really like to focus on is really feeling the muscle and establishing a good mind-muscle connection. When you do a lot of low volume, heavy compound lifts, you don't always feel your muscle contracting. Like honestly, when I do a barbell bench press, I don't feel it nearly as much in my chest as whenever I do something like a cable fly. You need to focus on the contraction and really feel the muscle working every single rep. This was probably the biggest change that I made in my training to see the most growth. So a way that you can establish better mind-muscle connection is by increasing your time under tension. Recently, I've been playing around with tempos, so I might start off an exercise with faster reps and then slow them down to keep constant tension on the muscle. When you keep tension on the muscle, it's constantly engaged for the duration of the set, which helps increase growth. Some other training techniques that I recommend are drop sets, supersets, and rest pause sets. A superset is when you do one set of an exercise and then another set of an exercise back to back without any rest. Some people even like to do antagonist muscles for their superset, so they might do a chest exercise followed by a back exercise to increase blood flow. A drop set is where you complete a set, lower the weight, and go to failure. This is a great way to exhaust your muscles. Rest pause sets are one of my favorite because they push you to complete failure. You pick a weight you can do about 10 reps with, go to failure, rest 15 seconds, do another 4 to 6 reps to failure, rest 15 seconds, then just go all out failure. Using a weight that you might have only done 10 reps with originally, now you might have done 20. So in terms of my workout, there isn't one magic training split for aesthetics. Right now I'm doing the classic push-pull legs, which is what you would do for power building. If you want to go more purely for aesthetics, you could do a bro split or a body part split, which is where you train one muscle each day. Or you could do a push-pull legs hybrid, so you could do push-pull legs and then chest and back, shoulders and arms, and legs again. This really just all depends on your goals, but for power building purposes, push-pull legs is the best. In terms of volume, I like to do 12 to 20 sets per muscle group weekly. I do the higher end for my chest, back, and legs, and then the lower end for my shoulders and arms. And then for the compound lifts, I do a different programming. If it's a high volume day, I like to do a top set of 5 and then 3 sets of 12 reps. If it's a medium volume day, I like to do a top set of 3 and then 3 sets of 8 reps. And then if it is a low volume day, I like to do a top set of 1 and then 3 sets of 4 reps. And that's basically it. So that's everything that I do to train for aesthetics. Powerbuilding is probably the most popular way to achieve a desirable physique and also have a good balance between your strength and aesthetics. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a like, comment below any questions that you might have, or you can DM me on my Instagram at justin.cupp. Subscribe if you are new. We are really close to 1,000, which I'm really thankful for. I will see you guys next week. Peace.